We'll come to you first, though, about Wilfred Ndidi, because he plays such a pivotal role in this team. Maybe he doesn't get the credit that the goal scorers and the forward players get, but I think it was the Newcastle game, the first one that you saw live this season, where you really sat back and thought, wow, he's so good in that role.
I did, yeah. And, it's unfortunate, but I think the players that play that role in the team, you don't get the credit. When you're a defensive midfielder, you get the ball and you give it to the players that are the flair players, and you make a tackle and everyone claps because you made a tackle, but then you then give a little ball to someone and then they run through and score a goal, and the goal scorers get the headlines, and that is just the fact about football. But I've always said throughout history, if you look at the teams that win cups, the teams that win leagues, they all have someone in that engine room who links the team together. Not necessarily the best player in the team by any means, but a player that does it all, links it all together, sits in front of the back four, wins the tackles like we just spoke about, and then lets the players play. And Wilfred Ndidi, he's still a young kid as well. He's got everything, but if you take him out of that Leicester team now, you're looking at a different Leicester team. That's the biggest compliment I can pay him.
And it's not going unnoticed, Jerry, Wilfred Ndidi. He's been shortlisted for the African Player of the Year. 30 players on that shortlist. Wilfred Ndidi, one of them. 9 other Premier League players among that list, the likes of Sadio Mane, Aubameyang, Salah. So he's among esteemed company, but he deserves to be there with the performances that he's been playing.
But without a doubt, I think he's really come into his own this season under Brendan. And I think, as Tony's just alluded to, he links it. He hasn't got the most ability. He's not he hasn't got the most flair, but he's very, very effective in what he does. And it's vital for, as Tony said, you linked it from the defence to the forwards. And for me, simplified his game. So he's taken away 2 or 3 little facets of his game, and that's improved them even more. Now, that sounds silly to some people. We say, well, I want you to come and do this and do that. No, this is what I want you to do. I want you to be your natural combative self, and when you win it, you put people on the front foot, and away we go. Within all that structure, there will be times in a game where Wilfred will naturally, organically, I've said it before, just be able to, there may be a bit of play where we've seen against Arsenal where he just wrote 3 challenges and then give the ball. And I think it led to the second goal. In fact, I'm sure it did, It led to the second goal. He gave the ball to Ricardo to Vardy to Maddison, goal. And that all came from a little bit of organic football from Wilfred Ndidi. But in the main, he doesn't have to think about that. It's about, Ewan saying before, I don't want to have to think about taking penalties. I want something to happen naturally. And so within that structure that Wilfred Ndidi has, organically and naturally, little situations will arise where he can just show what the flair that he does have every now and again.
It was also his 100th Premier League appearance for Leicester City, Ewan, and he's an immensely popular member of the dressing room as well, which I guess, again, shows a lot about his character as a young player.
I think everybody appreciates what he brings to the table. He reminds me of a young Patrick Vieira. He's a tall boy, he's got long limbs, he covers the ground well. But I think the biggest and most important thing, he's got that discipline to play that role in midfield, that defensive midfielder role, which then enables the likes of Maddison and Tielemans to play further forward, more than attacking. He protects the 2 central defenders ever so well, and he is an unsung hero. But everybody here at Leicester knows what an important job that he does.
I'll tell you, one of the other biggest attributes, he is so unselfish. When he sees that other players in trouble, and invariably I mean the back line, the back 4, and he is more than willing to bust a gut to get back into the 18-yard box and get a challenge in. His recovery runs are exceptional.